It is time for Money Matters. Today we're talking about leaving a legacy for your family. Some retirees want to spend their last dollar on their last day. Others want to leave a legacy for their families, and all require careful planning. Josh Smith of Strategic Wealth Designers joins us today to discuss how to leave a legacy. Josh, what's the first step of planning there?
Yeah, so I think really the first step, Kristen, is that we just have to talk about it. Talk about it with your loved ones. Talk about it. If you're, talk about it with your children, what your wishes are. If you're the child, be open to talking to mom and dad about what their final wishes are. It's just have that tough conversation. It's not always easy for people to talk about money, but I would argue just have that conversation. Some of the most important conversations you have in life are often some of the most difficult.
And why is it important to discuss this type of situation before a death, before it's too late?
Yeah, well, number one, you want to know what the person's wishes were. The other thing, it can take years with the right financial professionals, whether that's your financial advisor, CPA, or maybe attorney, to set things in motion. It can take as long as 5 to 10 years, depending upon the complexity of your particular situation, as it relates to maybe insurance, long-term care planning, or positioning assets in the right place.
Let's talk a little bit about the Secure Act that became law in late 2019. It did impact retirement for folks. Now, how did it affect succession planning? We're talking about those inherited IRAs or the 401ks.
Yeah, so this one here, I just don't think gets enough news. Totally dramatically changed the retirement landscape on retirement plans. So anybody that inherits money that's a non-spouse from a 401k or traditional IRA will only have 10 years to liquidate and pay all the taxes on those inherited funds. So a lot of times what we see here is mom and dad maybe leave money to the children. The children oftentimes are 30, in their 30s, 40s, maybe early 50s. They're at their peak earning years, and they have to take those distribution on top of their high marginal tax rate that they're in, because they themselves are earning a living as well. So what ends up happening a lot of times is a lot of mom and dad's funds don't necessarily go to the kids because we pay such high taxes on those. So you definitely want to know about the Secure Act and work with a financial professional, because at the end of the day, you want to make sure you're maximizing the amount of money that goes to your family and heirs, not necessarily to the government through taxes.
Yeah, and ideally you want to do that before there is a death in the family.
Definitely before that.
All right. Thank you, Josh. For more tips to make your money matter, visit our website, WKYT.com. If there is something that you want us to discuss, send the request over to news@WKYT.com. We will talk about it right here.